beautiful Mount Hope Bay out here, man. The days are getting longer. And it's interesting, man. Very, very, very nice. The changing of the seasons. I love it, man. Spring is in the air. The fish are biting. I got this incredible little product I'm doing tonight. Hey, my brother Monty Brown. Salute, man. Salute to you, brother. I'm enjoying something called Gita Juice, man. I got this with a little miscommunications in the mail, but it's this nice. This product here, I have it in a little dab. This is what it looks like in the box. This is what it looks like in the box. Right? Liquid diamonds, concentrated liquid diamonds, man. Extremely, extremely good. It's an 84% concentrate. I had to go out and buy this little battery contraption down here. But man. Is that smooth? The Turby F is injured. Wow, man. Postponed. Oh, man. Man, I'm going to have to give my buddy John Scully a call later on, man, and find out what's up, man. Wow, that's I don't think the whole card will be in danger because that card is like just super, super packed. Super, super packed. I go to this site, Denero, it's called bulkweedus.cc, and it's amazing, man. This is the 21st century. I ain't gonna fight it. It's an amazing the way things are happening, man. We'll let a few people come in. So I don't want to start the contest yet, but see, I do have 50 questions, but actually I made 51 questions because the first question is gonna be a mind blower, you know. And the thing is, I haven't seen it on YouTube all day. I haven't seen a thing about it, and this is really you know, there's a lot of birthdays in the sport of boxing today. You know, Henry Cooper was born on this day. Jose Torres's birthday is today, and Carlos De Leon's birthday is today. But there's some other cat who's having a birthday today, man. And see, I'm on this new thing here. It's called livereaching.com. It's the stream that I got my trivia game on. But I can't go through StreamYard, but you can, but I don't know how to, and I can't see how many people are in here. So I have to look on YouTube, and I have to kind of mess with my screen a little bit to do it. But I'm gonna wait till I get at least 10 people in, make it start it off on an even keel, man. You know. And if you got some good puff, man, get the buzz on now. If you're not puffing on some weed, try it. Maybe it'll fix you. You might get a little bit sharper. It might take the edge off. You might lose a little bit of the attitude. And I'll tell you, it's definitely keeping me and my lovely wife. As a matter of fact, tomorrow is I think it's 40 something years we met. And she reminded me, you know, it was in some bar, and you know, I've been banging her since that night, and all the way till this morning. So I mean, dude, this is what you get: smoking your weed, eating healthy, drinking a lot of water, coming on here and digging on life. La Jessica, my sister. Now I'm gonna have to watch my mouth. The joint has just been classed up a little bit, man. So shout out to my sister La Jessica. I hope you got your thinking cap on. So I'm gonna start this contest in a second. And we're gonna play it for the winner's gonna get a $25 cash app. I know we could all use some dough out here. And you know, when I was doing this, I'm saying, man, you know, geez, I'm not a rich man myself. And I said to the wife, I said, hey, I'm gonna throw a $25 cash. She goes, go ahead, man. So man, you know, this is my sponsor for this program today. Water too, man. Make sure you're getting your adequate supply of water. Water is the key. If you're drinking soda, ginger, whatever it is, man, especially caffeinated beverages, coffee, too much coffee is not good for you. I don't have to worry about it because all I drink is water, man. Water is the key to life for me, man. So stick with that. And do me a favor, hit that like button out there on there. And if you're not sub to me, I see everybody in here is all my old fam anyway. But we appreciate that, man, because I'm almost at 2,000 subs. And man, believe me, for a cat like me who never even dabbled in this shit until a couple of years ago, I can't imagine getting that many people to watch this, and you know, I'm trying to put out some quality shit over here. I just found this trivia program, and I'm using what's in my head to make the questions a little more exciting. There are going to be some simple ones in there, and there are going to be some where I almost can guarantee not a one year is going to get it. So let's start. Let's get started. No, as a matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do before we get started? I'm going to do a dab, because that's one of my other favorite ways to consume the cannabis. See, what you do with dabbing, you heat up this glass tool with a little butane torch. You get it nice and glowing red, almost like you can brand your mark on somebody's forehead with it. You know, I mean, you get it that hot. You get it hot, so it's going to go right through anything. And once I do a dab on this, we can start this game, and we'll see who the knowledgeable boxing fans out there. Because believe me, you will be humbled. Did I see my man John McSmith out there? McSmith, good to see you, my bro. Boxing in the 80s, absolutely. That's my favorite time of boxing, man. 70s I love too, but I think 80s I retained a little bit more. Patrick, how we doing, my brother? Good to see you in here, man. Let me see if I can get this set up right here. Here we go, man. There we go, and we'll. First of all, definitely what I have to do. I'm sorry, I didn't do this earlier, man. I got this music way too loud. I want to keep that in the background. How's that? Is that okay? D1s, how we doing, my brother? Yeah, man, that sucks, but the card's going to go on. That's the thing about the Turkey Al-Sheikh. He's putting on such great shows that I think the action's going to continue. But I hope that music's not too soft or too loud, and we'll start this trivia game, man. Let's start this trivia game. Let's resume the game. Here we go, man. 2 minutes, we're going to start the game. So if you got them, smoke them. And if you don't, man, go on bulkweedus.cc, man. It's a great little service here. It's a great little service. Audio's 100%. Thanks, McSmith. I appreciate that, bro. Patrick, hey, Bruce, can I throw one out there? Why did South African boxer have a lethal? Oh, man, he had a lethal punch because that hand of his, they call it the bionic right hand. He had 23 operations on that hand, and he had titanium inserts in there. So that's why it was that's why they called him the bionic right hand. That was his KO punch, man. That was legend anyway. But he had a tremendous right hand, man, knocking out Michael Dokes to win the WBA heavyweight title back in 1982, man. Oh man, the 1980s are something to me. Hey Scotty, how we doing, my brother? Good to see you in here, man. I want to test some knowledge of my people out there, man. You know, this 2 minute countdown over here, it seems like it's a freaking 2 hour countdown. But see, that just gives us another chance to get our brain cells a little bit rest over here. And John McSmith, man, whether you love him or whether you hate him, man, John McSmith has been in the hospital. He's been having some problems. Throw your prayers his way. It ain't going to hurt you any. It might help him a little bit. You know, John McSmith is a character on YouTube, and we need more characters. So shout out to my man, John McSmith, bro. Shout out to John McSmith. He's a very, very sharp boxing mind, and he speaks his mind too, bro. He don't take no shit from anybody. And some people love him. Some people hate him. And we hope he gets better, man. We just want to see him back out here again. But we're coming down to the first question on this trivia show, and this is a very important one. This is not 1980s boxing. This is one I want to just shoot out there to all you cats to kind of just let you know where this great sport that we're in, man. And the first question is like this: whose birthday is it today? Not those cats that I named, but who else's birthday is it today? Press 1 for Willie Pep. Press 2 for Sugar Ray Robinson. Press 3 for Mike Tyson. And press 4 for George Foreman. And there's my brother Joe out there, bro. Joe the historian, man. Joe's right in there, first one. But you know, it's we see who knows it, and you got to be fast too, because see, this this picks up the timing and it picks up the accuracy, and it's going to let us know who typed in there first, and who and you know who's got the right answer. So man, the right answer is, of course, man, everybody out there, you know, Joe the historian knew that one right away, man. It's Sugar Ray Robinson. It's his birthday today, so happy birthday to the man, Sugar Ray Robinson. I think he'd be 102 or 3. I don't know, but he's over 100, man, and maybe one of the greatest boxers of all time, Sugar Ray Robinson. Absolutely, on Mount Rushmore. You know, I love Muhammad Ali, but Sugar Ray Robinson is definitely the man. But let's get ready for the second question, man. Man, I don't know what's going on with my computer. It's spinning around right now, and it doesn't look like it's playing the game that I want it to play. I'm gonna let me see if I can pause the game and start the game up again, because here's the next question. All right. Which boxer did Sugar Ray Leonard defeat to win the WBA welterweight title in 1981? This is a real simple one. If you cats don't get this one, man, you're gonna have to turn in your boxing card. Who did Sugar Ray Leonard defeat in 1991 to win the WBA welterweight title? Was it Thomas Hearns, 2, Roberto Duran, 3, Marvin Hagler, or 4, Floyd Mayweather Jr.? See, Joe's got his dancing shoes on here today, man. Joe's not fucking around, man. Joe's doing his thing. And see, I give him easy questions, but I put some difficult choices in there. And of course, this was the fight, bro. Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns. One of the greatest fights I ever saw, man. Sugar Ray Leonard took Thomas Hearns' WBA welterweight title, defending his own WBC welterweight title at the same time. And yeah, man, if you put number 1, 60% got it, man. Joe was the first one. A couple of people said Duran, and it was Thomas Hearns. With Duran, it was the WBC welterweight title too. So you know, we're making these questions very thorough. No way you're gonna cry a foul. No drug treats allowed. Reefer smokers, do your thing. Let's get ready for the next one in here, man. Let's get ready for the next one. Question number 3 coming up, and when we get to question number 10, remind me, because I want to do a periodic check of the time. Who did Mike Tyson defeat to become the youngest heavyweight champion in the world in 1986? This is all a fabulous 80s. 1 for Trevor Berbick, 2 for Larry Holmes, 3 for George Foreman, and 4 for Evander the Real Deal Holyfield. Who did Mike Tyson defeat to become the youngest heavyweight champion in history? Still hasn't been beaten yet today, and everybody's gotten this one, man. TB? What's TB mean, McSmith? Tuberculosis? Get your votes in there. I put this on 40 seconds. I should have put it quicker, but figure I'll stretch the time out a little bit. Have some fun with you cats out here, man. And don't forget that Super Chat's active now that I'm a monetized station. Who did Mike Tyson defeat to become the youngest champion? We're computing the answers now. And as it goes, AAB, salute my brother. That's like when my old lady calls the bank. I say, how much you got in there? She press your social security number, press your last number, and it's that's kind of the computating. And the answer, this is a simple one. Everybody watched that one. October 1986, man. Muhammad Ali Mike Tyson knocking out Trevor Berbick in the first round, knocked him down about 6 times with the same punch. But let's get to the next question. Next question in just a couple of seconds. And here it is, man. Which boxer did Marvin Hagler defeat to become the undisputed middleweight champion in 1980? Was it 1 for Thomas Hearns? Was it 2 for Sugar Ray Leonard? Was it 3 for Roberto Duran? Or was it 4 for Alan Minter? This was Marvin Hagler's first undisputed middleweight championship of the world, man. I see the drunken Irishman pumping in there first. It looks like first, man. It'll be computed, but we got a few people that are going all over the place here. You know, hey, the J. Ruse Theory, my brother. Salute, man. Laurent Brand, salute to you, my brother. The answer is this one. I watched this one, man, sitting in my house right here on a Saturday afternoon from Wembley Stadium, and Marvin Hagler, marvelous Marvin Hagler, defeated the great Alan Minter to become the undisputed middleweight champion of the world. It was an amazing thing. It was only a 2-belt era, but he was still undisputed. I think 2 belts was probably even harder. But yeah, man, Alan Minter. Excuse me 1 second here. Let me pause this for a minute. What?
I smell hot smoke.
Okay. I gotta open up my vent a little bit. My old lady says she's smelling smoke, and she's half in the bag, so if she smells it. Must really be there. But I do have this vent turned down. I got the vent turned down real low because we're in between seasons right now. I don't want to turn the heat on. It's 53 out there, and it's just a little too cold to not put like a sweatshirt on. I don't want to do that. I got the hat on to keep the old dome warm, but I just have a t-shirt on, and it's about 75 with that fire on. But she says she smells a little smoke, so we just simply open the vent a little more because I got a great draft in here, man. And let's resume this game. Let's get to question number 5. And here we go, man. 10 more seconds. Get yourself another hit. Maybe the smoke she smells is coming out of my vape here. I don't know. I don't think so though, because this is more like a sweet. It says it's strawberry shortcake. That's the brand, and it really does taste like strawberries, man. Okay, who did Evander Holyfield defeat to win his first cruiserweight title in 1986? 1 for Mike Tyson, press 2 for Larry Holmes, press 3 for George Foreman, and press 4 for Dwight Mohammed Kwawi. I must have been high when I put this one in because I didn't put I put some real simple choices in there. So if you cats don't get this one, I'm going to slap you. Laron, 5-4. That's not going to compute. I think you can press another one in there. But if you were doing 4 the first, well, we got some sharp minds in here, man. I sent out the invitations, and I'm hoping that they come in. But see, thing about YouTube is, man, everybody's doing a show. Who did Evander Holyfield defeat? And of course it was, man, the only cruiserweight we have on the list, and it's Dwight Mohammed Kwawi from Camden, New Jersey, the Camden Buzzsaw, an amazing light heavyweight, cruiserweight, and also a heavyweight too. He fought George Foreman, but Joe was the first one in there, followed by the Drunk Irishman, and 100% of you cats got that one. That was an easy one. Like I said, I think I did that one late last night, and I got up this morning and did the rest of them. And all I can say is Joe's got another point here, man. Fender Bender, salute. Fender Bender. Hey, how you doing, my brother? Good to see you, man. Which boxer did Roberto Duran defeat to win the WBA junior middleweight title in 1983? Did he defeat Thomas Hearns? 1. Did he defeat 2? Was it Sugar Ray Leonard? 3, was it Marvin Hagler? Or 4, was it Davey Moore? This is the WBA junior heavyweight title, 1983. Who was it? I see a lot of educated fans out there. Hey, my friend Traveling Fools, man. I want to thank Traveling Fools. Give him a special thank. I wouldn't even be doing this without him. He showed me how to set this up. And shout out to my brother Traveling Fools out there. But the answer to this question, of course, it was, the late. Died way too young. Was rushed into this fight by some poor management, and could have been more than he actually became in boxing. But the great Davey Moore. And that was at Madison Square Garden on Roberto Duran's 32nd birthday. The cold crowd, man, 16,000 sang happy birthday to Roberto Duran on this night. And this is also the tragic night of Billy Collins and Rosado and Louis Resto, the Panama Lewis, the Tampa Gloves. The 80s were a crazy time in boxing, man. And we're only at the question number 7 coming up. So this is going along nice, man. I'm glad we got some participation going on. Who did Larry Holmes defeat to retain his heavyweight title in a controversial, racially charged fight in 1982? Press 1 for Mike Tyson. Press 2 for Jerry Cooney. Press 3 for George Foreman. Press 4 for Evander Holyfield. This was a 1982 Larry Holmes fight. It was a outdoor Caesar's Palace, multi-million-dollar, huge fight. And who did Larry Holmes defend his title against? Put your votes in there. I see all the right ones coming in there. See, some of these I made them too simple, and I didn't put enough tough choices in there. But I knew you cats were going to get these anyway. But anyway, man, of course it was the Jerry Cooney fight. You know, the gentleman Jerry Cooney fight. The only one up there who never wore a world championship belt. That could have been another trivia question. But let's get to this thing. Very thorough, man. Joe's quick as a freaking bullet in there, man. The drunk Irishman, right on his tail. This is going to come down to the wire over here. I think you guys got to be a little quicker. Make sure you refresh your internet, man. So this way, we don't want to be. Excuse me. We want to be time. We want to be right on time. We don't want to have you timed out. So refresh it. Make sure you're up to my voice. I see, YouTube is a little bit behind on the on this live stream that I'm doing here. But anyway, which boxer did Mike Tyson defeat in 1988 to become the lineal heavyweight champion? The lineal heavyweight champion. Was it Trevor Berbick 1? 2, was it Michael Spinks? 3, was it Larry Holmes? Or 4, was it Evander Holyfield? This was when he became the lineal champ. Get your votes in there, man. Got a $25 cash prize at the end of this, man. You can do a lot these days with $25. You can tip your Uber driver. You can get a Domino's pizza and still got to tip the guy. But anyway, man, the answer for this one, pretty obvious. This was a huge fight, man. June of 1988, and it was Mike Tyson and Michael Spinks for the undisputed and ring and linear. All the heavyweight titles were on the line, and Mike Tyson just proved he was the baddest ass heavyweight at that time for 3 years. I don't care what you say, man. Nobody was going to hang in the ring with Mike Tyson. He would have been in there with Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, any of those guys. Tyson would have given him a good fight, man, between the years 1986 and 1989. That was Mike Tyson's time. In 1989, Evander Holyfield knocked out this former WBA heavyweight champion in a classic war. 1, was it Tim Witherspoon? 2, was it Mike Weaver? 3, was it Michael Dokes? Or 4, was it Greg Page? This was an incredible fight, and man, Joe is just smoking him in there. You must have that Irish internet going on, bro. Something about that Irish internet. Everybody's getting the right answer, but man, they're all coming in just a second behind Joe. Must have that supercharged 5G going on out there. Anyway, here comes the choices, and this was another great fight. What a heavyweight war this was. I thought Dokes was going to be too much for him. Holyfield was not a champion anyway. It was Michael Dokes, and it was on Showtime, and it was man, I got a lot of personal things that went on with this fight here, but anyway, it was Michael Dokes. I don't want to get into those now. Let's get on to the next one. This is question number 9. Question number 10 coming on. After this, we'll do a little recap. We'll check out the scoreboard. We'll see how you all doing on here. I got a feeling Joe's going to be ahead here, man. But Joe and the drunk Irishman, they're neck and neck. So you never know, man. A couple of questions. Which boxer did Sugar Ray Leonard draw with in 1989 to retain his WBC super middleweight title and try to win the WBO super middleweight title? Okay. Which boxer did Sugar Ray Leonard draw with in 1989 to retain the WBC super middleweight title and win the WBO super middleweight title? 2 super middleweight titles on the line, and it was a draw. And who was that fight with in 1989? 1 for Thomas Hearns, 2 for Roberto Duran, 3 for Marvin Hagler, 4 for Floyd Mayweather Jr. I don't know how he gets in there, but he always seems to get in there somehow. And the winner, I think Joe might have got one wrong here, man. There goes his 100%. De Niro, haven't seen your action in here, bro. We'll be checking that scoreboard after this question, and we'll see how it's coming up, man. You never know. With 50 questions, we get a ringer in here coming in after 25, and man, you never know what's going to happen with these, especially when you have a multiple choice. So you can get lucky, you can get unlucky. The answer to this one is, man, Sugar Ray Leonard had a draw in 1989, and it was a rematch, and it was with Thomas Hearns. Who did Mike Tyson? 40% got that, man. The Drunk Irishman got the first one. Who did Mike Tyson defeat in 1987 to become the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world? Real simple one. This is a question of speed, right here, man. Drunk Irishman. De Niro, bro. What's up, man? You're a little bit slow. D1. You know the answer to this one? This was the classic. This was for all three belts, man, and this was the final step on it was the IBF title, and that was owned by Tony Tucker. This was in Don King's heavyweight tournament, and the answer is number 2, Tony Tucker. We'll see how many people got this one right, because see, this is not that easy. Once again, a little more difficulty. The Drunk Irishman got that one, and excuse me for a second. The screen went out. I want to keep that one going. This fucking laptop. The answer to that we got was Tony Tucker. And I'm gonna pause this for just a second as soon as the answer comes up. Just for a second so I can get this laptop turned back on here. I want to keep an eye on the people playing this on Facebook too. Gotta give them a chance too. Okay, man. I think all right. Let me put this on a different screen. Shut that down. All right. Okay. No comments yet, but hey, at least we can go on multimedia platforms here. 86 Boxing, salute, bro. See, guy like this, man, he come in here, he might just smoke you all out, bro. He knows his shit in the game of boxing. Let's resume this game. Let's get to question number 12 here, man. This is only the second fifth of this game. Who was Marvin Hagler's last win? Was it 1 for John the Beast Mugabe, 2 for Thomas Hearns, 3 for Roberto Duran, or 4 for Mustafa Hamsho? Marvin Hagler's last victory on his record. I see a lot of correct answers. I see an incorrect answer. We just keep going at it, bro. This is 80s boxing. You know, the reason I know these is because I lived through it. And it was a pleasure to live through it, man. It was some of the greatest boxing in the world given to us on a silver platter. Now they're really tempting us now, though. We're computating this score, and this is the fight that Sugar Ray Leonard saw, and I said, I see something, kind of like the old Max Schmeling. But yeah, man, it was John the Beast Mugabe, and he gave Marvin Hagler a lot of fits in there. He wasn't a full-fledged middleweight; he was a junior middleweight. So Hagler saw something. I mean, Sugar Ray Leonard saw something, but the Drunk Irishman got that, man, 84%. 17% had Hamsho. So we don't have too many participants in here, but we got a few in here, man. We keep it moving and grooving. Let's get on with it, man. We got another second or two when we get to the next question. Who did Evander Holyfield defeat in 1987 to win the IBF Cruiserweight title? This is the IBF Cruiserweight title. Was it Ricky Parkey? 1. 2, was it Leroy Murphy? 3, was it Dwight Mohamed Kwawi? Or 4, was it Carlos De Leon? IBF Cruiserweight title. See, I thought this was going to be a little bit tricky, but man, you cats are on the ball. Most of yous are anyway. Let's computate this score, see what it is. And of course it was. Number one, Ricky Parkey. I believe he just passed away. So 80% of you got that. 20% said Carlos De Leon. Ten seconds to oh, that's we didn't even go to the scores here, man. Let me pause this and let me check out the leaderboard here. We got Joe. Joe is in first place with 12 correct, and the Drunk Irishman is right behind him, but Joe's got the more first places in there. And D1 is up there too with 11. So you guys are, and Patrick, you got 10 right, man. Pinero, you're up there with 9. So I mean, it's a wide open game. Stay with it. We've got a few cats in here, man. You still have chances to win. Show your knowledge. Believe me, as it goes on, there's going to be some very interesting questions in here. Which boxer did Roberto Duran defeat in 1989 to win the WBC middleweight title? 1989, Roberto Duran won the WBC middleweight title. Was it Thomas Hearns? 2, was it Sugar Ray Leonard? 3, was it Marvin Hagler? Or 4, was it Iran the Blade Barkley? That's the WBC middleweight title. Roberto Duran surprised us all with another victory here. Just type the correct answer in there, and you'll be on the board. Type it faster, and you'll be ahead. You'll gain more momentum because it's on the accuracy of your vote, and it's on the speed of how fast you type that number in there. That's what we're working on. Let's computate these answers. Another blast of this delightful strawberry shortcake. The answer is Iran the Blade Barkley. 100% of you got that, man. But the Drunk Irishman, he's got those quick digits. So one more for the Drunk Irishman as he's closing the gap. Get ready for the next question. Question number 15 coming up, man. We're moving up to the not even near the halfway point yet. We're going there. Which one of these fighters did Larry Holmes defeat in 1985 to retain his heavyweight title? Was it Tim Witherspoon? 1, was it 2, was it Scott Frank? 3, was it Jerry Cooney? Or 4, was it David Bay? This is 1985. The polls are closed in a second. They're closed, and now we're computating. I like that word. We're computating the answers. And of course, man, this is a tough one too, man, because he fought all 3 of these guys, but he didn't. He fought Witherspoon in 83. He fought Scott Frank in 83 also. Cooney was in 82. And in 85, man, it was David Bay. And 80% of you got that. Joe with the quick digits, man, came in there first. Let's see how we're going here. Let's see how we're doing in the get to the next question. And like I said, some of these were difficult. They're going to be I think they're going to be difficult for you because I just had to pull these out of my head, just thinking about them. And I'm hoping that they kind of get your brain cells cracking a little bit. What 2 titles did Iran Barkley take from Thomas Hearns? 1 for the WBC middle and WBA light heavyweight. Press 2 for the WBC middle and the IBF light heavyweight. Press 3 for the WBA junior middleweight and WBC super middleweight. And press 4 for the IBF super welterweight and WBA light heavyweight. This is the belts that Iran Barkley took from the hitman Thomas Hearns. This is kind of a difficult one. See, these are the ones where I said, you know, these I know because this is what I was immersed in. And I'm thinking, man, is anybody else gonna get these? We shall see. It was pretty easy, man. It's pretty easy for guys like 99% of you in here. So let's see where the answers come here. Let's let's computate these answers. And it was, of course, it was the WBC and it was the WBA light heavyweight. And De Niro, man, De Niro was the only one that got it. Joe, 86, nope. And Patrick and Albuga, DT, no, it was the WBC middleweight and it was the WBA light heavyweight, man. And Iran Barkley shocked the world on the first occasion. The second occasion, man, it was also kind of a shocker. But anyway, man, Iran the Blade Barkley, man. Who won the IBF heavyweight title, boxing title in 1985 by defeating Larry Holmes? Come on, simple here, man. Who won the IBF title? Was it 1, Mike Tyson? Was it 2, was it Michael Spinks? 3, George Foreman? Or 4, Evander Holyfield? This is the IBF heavyweight title. I see those digits all being applied. Rapid speed here. That's the way to do it, man. A typo error. Countries can be lost with a typo error, man. You got to pay attention to that typing. I think typing is faster than the voice too, so. But whatever it may be, man. And this was a real simple one. This was in early in 1985, man. I remember this one so much. Once again, I have another personal story that I could share about this one, but I don't want to do that right now. We're just going to play the game. And it was Michael Spinks, man. Michael Spinks, the only light heavyweight that ever came up and won the heavyweight championship of the world, you know, at the time. But anyway, man, and he beat the man who beat the man, and this was special. You know, it wasn't like Roy Jones beating Johnny Ruiz. This was a true light heavyweight capturing the heavyweight championship of the world. So shout out to Michael Spinks on this one, man, and let's get ready for the next question. Easiest question yet, and I hit a typo. Oh. Which boxer did Sugar Ray Leonard defeat in 1987 to win the WBC middleweight title? This is another kind of, and it's an easy one, but you got to think. And I don't know how the hell Floyd Mayweather got in there a lot so much, man. Was it Thomas Hearns for 1? 2, was it Roberto Duran? 3, was it Marvin Hagler? Or 4, was it Floyd Mayweather Jr.? The boxer he defeated in 1987 to win the WBC middleweight title. All correct ones up there, man. I think I see the Drunk Irishman got the first one there. We'll see, man. We'll see once the you got to be a fast reader, I guess. You have to read quicker than I speak. But yeah, man, it was Marvin Hagler. That was the last fight of Marvin Hagler's career, and maybe the last great fight of Sugar Ray Leonard's career. That's question number 18, man. We'll get to question number 19. Have a little slip of the water, maybe a little hit on the vape pipe. Keep this contest going. I know it's tightening up here because I see a lot of right answers. Speed is going to win it. Speed and accuracy. Next question. Who did Evander Holyfield defeat in 1988 to win the undisputed heavyweight title? 1 for Mike Tyson, 2 for Larry Holmes, 3 for George Foreman, and 4 for Buster Douglas. Get those votes in there, my friends. You Google, you lose. Oh, you're right, Joe. Did I say I put 1988? Sorry about that. 1990. But anyway, the answer is the same, but it throws the whole game off, man. This was 1980s. I can't believe I put that one in there. Oh well, forgive me. The right answer with the wrong question is, of course, the Miracle Man, James Buster Douglas. let's move on to the next one. Or should I just scratch that one? Nah, we'll keep it up there. I wouldn't know how to scratch it anyway. I have to be a freaking broadcaster to do this. I have to be a technician, a computer geek. But of course, man, Buster Douglas. Let's get the next question up here, man. The next question is, which boxer did Roberto Duran defeat in 1980 to win the WBC welterweight title? This was a unbelievable fight, man, in Montreal, Canada. It was June 11th, maybe. But anyway, man, this was an incredibly anticipated fight. Roberto Duran coming up from lightweight to defeat Sugar Ray Leonard to become the welterweight champion of the world before the dastardly No Mas right after this. Don't worry about it, 86. We know you're the man out there. You gotta. It's weird because pressing. You gotta press the numbers fast and you gotta read fast. I screw up all the time. I did one the other day where the guy he was doing a trivia and he said, "Oh, Bruce Gas, this is a boxing question. You'll ace this one," and I didn't. I knew what it was, but I pressed the wrong fucking one. No excuses. Anyway, man, let's get to the next question. Who did Larry Holmes defeat in 1983 to retain the heavyweight title? Was it Ozzy Ocasio? 2, was it Lucian Rodriguez? 3, was it Lorenzo Zanon? Or 4, was it Bone Crusher Smith? Larry had a few fights in 1983, but 3 of these fighters he did not fight in 1983. Only one of them did he defeat in 1983. Which one on this list did Larry Holmes defeat? Ocasio, Rodriguez, Zanon, or Smith? 1983, a memorable year for myself. What do we see out there, man? See, ones like this are difficult because you really have to know those years going on. You had to live through the 80s. Like, oh yeah, I remember that year. That year Holmes fought. That's the year I got divorced. How can I not remember that one? Of course, it was Lucian Rodriguez. L. Harvey got that one first. Joe was second. 50% said Ozzy Ocasio. Ocasio was in the 70s, I believe, man. And 17% said Bone Crusher Smith. That was 85. 84 for Bone Crusher Smith. I'm sorry, man. Late 84. But anyway, man, let's move on just a bit and get to the next question. Which boxer did Mike Tyson defeat in 1989 to retain his heavyweight title? Was it 1 for Tyrell Biggs, 2 for Frank Bruno, 3 for Bruce Seldon, and 4 for Alex Stewart? This is 1989. See, these are once again, they're not that easy. They're kind of semi-difficult, so you can see the answers are all over the board. I think I should put more like this in there, more so they're not just like easy question, Bruce. What am I, a casual? I know you're not. But the answer to this one was, man, this was Frank Bruno. See, in the year is the key, 1989. This was his fight before Buster Douglas, I believe. And he fought Tyrell Biggs back in 88. He fought 89, 88. He fought Seldon in 96. He fought Alex Stewart. Also, Alex Stewart is when he came out of prison. So that was in 95 or beyond that. So anyway, man. Oh no, it was Alex. But anyway, the answer is Frank Bruno. And 43% got that one. Joe was the first one on there. 29% said Biggs. 29% said Seldon. And who won the IBF title in 1985 by defeating Larry Holmes? Did I already put this one on there? I don't know, but we're going to see it again. Was it Tyson? Was it Spinks? Was it Foreman? Or was it Holyfield? Maybe I did another one, man. Maybe I did a double here. But anyway, I did 51, so we're going to have an extra question anyway. So don't worry about it. Just put the right answer up there, and you'll be counted in. You'll be counted as a winner here. And of course, man, this one was big upset at the time. Nobody gave me a chance. I think I said this already. Was it like deja vu or coming again here? But it was Michael Spinks. And sorry if I am repetitive like that. I thought I went through them all and made sure that I didn't put repeat questions in there. But I did. But this gives the drunk Irishman a chance to catch up to Joe a little bit. So everything for a reason, my friends. Everything for a reason. And we're not even at the halfway mark here. We still got a long way to go. So bear with us. We still have. We're coming up on question number 24. At 25, we'll stop and we'll take a quick look at the board. We'll see how people are doing. We'll see if you want to continue. Which boxer did Sugar Ray Leonard defeat in 1985 to win the WBC Super Welterweight title? Oh shit. Oh, I lost my signal. It just came back on. Okay. Which boxer did Sugar Ray Leonard defeat in 1985 to win the WBC Super Welterweight title? Was it Roberto Duran? Was it 2 for Marvin Hagler? Was it 3 for 3? He did not box in 85, or 4 for Donnie Lalonde? Who did Marvin Hagler win the WBC in 95? Who did Marvin Hagler win the WBC Super Welterweight title from? Roberto Duran, Marvin Hagler, Donnie Lalonde, or he did not box in 1985? See, that was a tricky one there. I almost tricked myself out of it here. Let's see how you cats answered on this one. 34% got it right, man. 34%, 58% rather. He did not box in 85. The drunk Irishman got the first one right. 43% said Roberto Duran, but 85, nope, he was still in retirement, man. He didn't come out of retirement until 87 when he fought Marvin Hagler. But this is the next question. What round did Larry Holmes stop Mike Weaver in? That was a WBC heavyweight championship. And was it round 9? That's number 1. 2 was it round 3? 3 was it round 15? Or 4 was it round number 4? This is, what round did Larry Holmes stop Mike Weaver in for the WBC heavyweight title? Great fight, bro. Nobody expected Mike Weaver to do what he did. This was on the undercard of Roberto Duran, Carlos Palomino. And let's see how we voted on here, man. Let's computate these answers. And don't forget to hit that like button. I'm gonna have to refresh this and see if I've got any. It only says 1 like on there. That's not right. Okay, 16 likes. That's cool. But anyway, man, let's see what this answer is. This is the what round did Larry Holmes stop Mike Weaver in? And it was round 12. It was an amazing fight, man. It was a right uppercut from Larry Holmes. Joe got that one right, man. 86% of you voted for that answer, and shout out to my man Joe, once again coming through. Okay, man, let me put it on hold here. Pause this game for just a second, and let's check out the leaderboard here, man. Joe is in first place. I'm going to put it on so you cats can see it. I don't think you can see this version I have. I'm in display the leaderboard. And Joe is in first place, as you can see, followed by the drunk Irishman. Both of you are similar. Both of you got pretty much the same, 23 and 22. De Niro's up there. DJ not far behind. Patrick's still in the game. El Harvey, bro, we're only at the halfway point. And 86, man. Stick around. Put your thinking caps on. We'll continue this game, and let me get a little bit of water, keep the throat hydrated. Another hit on this delightful product that I'm vaping with over here today, and we'll start the game once again. Which boxer did Roberto Duran defeat in 1983 to win the WBA junior middleweight title? See, I put this one up there too, but I'm sorry that I'm redundant about them. I was trying to think of 80s, and here we go, man. We all know this one. Once again, this is like a pass. This is more fast with the fingers than with the head. So we'll see. Hey, Bernard Burton, man, make sure you sub to the channel, brother. I haven't seen you here before. Do me a favor. I'm 75 subs away from 2,000. I'm trying to hit that number. We'll give you a wrench for coming in here and playing the game. And we're computing the scores in here. And the answer is Roberto Duran defeated this boxer in 83. And I already talked about this ad length over here. And it was Davey Moore. 72% of you got that. The Drunk Irishman, the quickest one with those fast digits of his. They must be lubricated with some of that special Irish juice from that. I can't let my tongue slip over here. I'm trying to become. I don't want to get any slaps on my wrist from YouTube. I want to keep it above board. A legitimized trivia contest. And here we go with the next question. Who did Matthew Saad Muhammad defeat in his rematch, which was the Ring Magazine's 1980 Fight of the Year? 1, was it Yaki Lopez? 2, was it Marvin Johnson? 3, was it Eddie Mustafa Muhammad? Or 4, was it Dwight Braxton? This was Matthew Saad Muhammad, the Miracle Matthew. An amazing Saturday afternoon CBS Sports Spectacular. I was going crazy watching this fight. And who was it? Put your votes in there now, my friends. Ring Magazine, WBC, light heavyweight fight of the year. Okay, man. I hope you got the right votes in there, man. I see them all spread out all over the place on this one. Me and Curtis Anderson, I used to talk about this fight. He was right there at ringside. He was telling me all about it, man. I was like, wow. He's telling me, Bruce, what you didn't see, his fucking mouthpiece went flying. It was in the 15th round. Wow. And he still came in. His lip was split. It was Yaki Lopez, man. Elviro Yaki Lopez fought him twice. Both fights were fights of the year. Should have been stopped. Went back and forth. Nobody got this one right. I can't believe it, man. Even Joe didn't get this one. Joe, man, this was my favorite fight of all time. But anyway, that was I stumped the panel. I didn't think that was possible. In 1987, Matthew Hilton defeated Buster Drayton to win a title what title? Was it the WBO middleweight title? 2, was it the WBC super welterweight title? 3, was it the WBA junior middleweight title? Or 4, was it the IBF welterweight title? This is Matthew Hilton defeated Buster Drayton to win this title. What was it? I talked to Matthew Hilton on Facebook, and Buster Drayton just passed away recently, man. Philadelphia fighter, great stuff. But what title did Matthew Hilton win on this fight? On another great Saturday afternoon CBS Sports Spectacular fight. See, I was starting to go into my mind and thinking of some real difficult ones. So this is kind of a hard one. 86, go with your gut, brother. Go with your gut, man. We're computing, and it was the WBA junior middleweight. Patrick got that one. Joe said the IBF welterweight. Joe, you're not invulnerable here, bro. You're a man. You're not a god. You're a man. Bernard, appreciate you coming in here, bro. I'm gonna give you a wrench so these cats don't time you out, because they have a tendency to do that in here with somebody that's got a half a brain and may have an edge on that 25. Which boxer did Sugar Ray Leonard defeat to win the WBA welterweight title in 1981? The WBA welterweight title. Was it Wilfred Benitez? 2, was it Thomas Hearns? 3, was it Roberto Duran? Or 4, was it Ahab Kayuli? See, pay attention to the fine print. We're calculating. A few more seconds to go. And you may say this is a trick question. No, no, no. It's a fun question. I know it is, Irishman. I'm sorry, bro. Just a couple, not all of them. Only a few, maybe 5 of them, not even that. It gives you a chance to read fast, think fast, and gain on the guy who's ahead. So don't worry about a thing, my brother. See, and look, 56% said Wilfredo Benitez. Wilfredo Benitez was the WBC welterweight title. And he went on to lose it, regain it, and win it in 1981 from one Thomas Hearns WBA. See that, Irishman? Not as simple as we think they are. For you, for sure. Like I said, man, give you a chance to catch up. Maybe even pull one out from behind over here. But let's get to the next question. What was the outcome of the 1982 bout between Wilfredo Gomez and Lupe Pintor? 1, was it a draw? 2, was it Pintor by KO in round 8? 3, was it Gomez by split decision? Or 4, was it Gomez by 14th round KO? This was an amazing fight. I believe it was on the undercard of Ali and it was on the undercard of Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran at the Astrodome in New Orleans. And what was the outcome? This is a difficult one. You were seeing answers all over the place. Yeah, I could do hard ones like this and really fucking spread it out. But every once in a while we throw an easy one in there. And unfortunately, I repeat it. So forgive me, my brothers. Forgive me. This is kind of a tough one, man. Boxing Dial. Shoot, bro. You got that one. Gomez by 14th round KO, followed by Joe. I don't see too many other people even taking a guess on that one. Man, you're not going to lose nothing by taking a guess. And you got a 25% chance of winning. So please, vote on every question, man. Yeah, Gomez definitely had almost all KOs. He was one of those live or die by the knockout. But it was Lupe Pintor and Wilfredo Gomez, an amazing fight. Who was the WBC heavyweight champion in 1980? 1, was it Muhammad Ali? 2, was it Mike Tyson? 3, was it Larry Holmes? Or 4, was it George Foreman, the WBC heavyweight champion in 1980? A lot of heavyweight champs in there in 1980, but it was the WBC. And who was it? Hey, you know what I found too? Check this out. Check this out, man. Larry Holmes. 100% got Larry Holmes right. That's what we like to see. Real simple one for you highly intelligent boxing fans. You know, I can only fool you when I go with these ones we're real picky about, like how did this fight end and what title was on the line for. And you know, I'm not going to say like an Ali and George Foreman. I'm going to pick Buster Drayton and Davey Hilton. So we do it. Okay, what was the result of the 1989 WBO middleweight title bout between Iran Barkley and Nigel Benn? 1, for a draw. 2, was it Nigel by 1 round KO? 3, was it Barkley by 3 round KO? Or 4, was it Barkley by 2 round KO? Nigel Benn and Iran the Blade Barkley. How are we doing here? I see a lot of right answers, a couple of almost right answers. We are we're calculating our next step here, and the winning answer on that one is, of course, it was a devastating Nigel Benn first round KO, and whew, great fight, man. Had everything in it. Had the Doc Destroyer, Nigel Benn, the WBO middleweight title. Who did Ben win that from? Was it Doug DeWitt? That was a weird belt. Who did Salvador Sanchez defeat to win the WBC featherweight title in 1980? Was it Ruben Olivares? Was it Mike Ayala? Not Mike. Was it Danny Little Red Lopez? Or was it Bobby Chacon? This is the fighter who the late, great Salvador Sanchez defeated to win his featherweight title. And the answer is, man, and I saw that when I watched it on CBS Sports Spectacular on a Saturday afternoon. Devastating. I wasn't a fanboy. I was over that, but my heart went out to Danny Little Red Lopez. It was a sad sight to see, and I wasn't there, but a friend of mine at the Atlantic City Hall of Fame 2 years ago, he was there, and they had their camera. They did a live there, and man, he's got Alzheimer's now, dementia, and he can't really speak clearly, but Danny Little Red Lopez and the Drunk Irishman, Squeak Joe in that one, but 100% of you guys got that one right. See, that was another easy one, but sometimes we like to throw you a bone. Welcome to Hollywood. Which famous actor dabbed in boxing promoting during the 80s? 1 for Sylvester Stallone, 2 for Robert De Niro, 3 for Clint Eastwood, or 4 for Burt Reynolds, the Hollywood actor who dabbed in boxing promoting during the 80s. Which one was it? The correct answer is used to be at ringside with all the fights with the wide collar on. Sylvester Sly Stallone. 86% of you got that one right. Joe, once again, with another first placer in there. We'll take a look in a few seconds. We'll take a quick look at the leaderboard, see how we're doing out there. And I appreciate all you cats for participating in here, man. I wish I could give you a participation trophy. Who did Marvin Hagler defeat to become the undisputed middleweight champion in 1980? I think I did this one already. See, I think this is repeating some of my questions. I don't know why, but I think it is. Press 1 for Hearns, press 2 for Leonard, press 3 for Duran, and 4 for Minter. I don't know why, but I don't know. Maybe the program duplicated some of them or something, man. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do better proofreading or be sharper when I put these together. But put your answer in there. You'll still be counted. We're going for victory over here, man. There's a $25 Cash App prize on the line. And this one, man, this is an easy one. We have the 4 kings up there. We have Hagler, Hearns, Leonard, Duran. The answer is neither of the kings. The answer is Alan Minter. 85% got that one right. And like I said earlier, that's a That one slipped in there too. I'm gonna have to make 100 questions, so that way if a couple of them go in there, that's the way it is. But we'll get to the next question. That's the that was 35. I take a quick look at the leaderboard here. Close stuff going on here, man. Close stuff going on. I'm looking at Joe is in first place. The drunken Irishman is right behind him, man, nipping at his heels. De Niro still in the game. We got 15 questions to go, Patrick, man. It's going to be tough, bro, but we're with you here, man. Let's resume this game. The next question is, which boxer did Muhammad Ali beat in his last professional fight before he was suspended for not being drafted? This was the Ali being suspended from the draft. Who was the last fighter that he fought before his suspension? 1 for Zora Foley, 2 for Joe Frazier, 3 for Jerry Quarry, 4 for Ernie Terrell. That Joe is relentless on here tonight, man. Joe is relentless. Computing the answer, and 72%, man. Joe, man, with that zinger finger, gets it with Zora Foley, a knockout. Some say, Joe says, that Ali took a dive in that fight. Suspicious. We're not going to say a dive. We're going to say suspicious. But after talking to Witherspoon as much as we do, he told us, man, dives are a part of boxing, bro. Or for him, they had to be. We get to the next question. We're starting with question number 37. When we get to 40, that's the home stretch. Right now, we're still fresh over here. Alexis Aguayo won his 3rd divisional title in 1981. And who did he beat? 1 for Ray Boom Boom Mancini, 2 for Jose Luis Ramirez, 3 for Jim Watt, or 4 for Aaron Pryor. His 3rd divisional title. I think he might have had to go across the pond to win it. I think he won it at Wembley. Hint. And the answer is the Scotsman. Was he a Scotsman or an Irishman? I'm sorry, I don't know exactly, but it was Jim Watt. What? 45%. And Joe, oh man, Joe, I'm not gonna let you play these anymore, bro. You're out of control, man. 45%. And the main man, Joe, Ray Boom Boom Mancini. It was Boom Boom going for a title, man. He didn't win a title from Boom Boom. Unfortunately, Boom Boom was wrong place at the wrong time, catching a prime Alexis Aguayo. Scots. I think that's what I said the first time. All right, man. Who was Ring Magazine's Fighter of the Decade in the 80s? 1 for Thomas Hearns, 2 for the Sugar Ray Leonard, 3 for Mike Tyson, 4 for Marvin Hagler. The Fighter of the 80s. Make sure you sub to the channel if you can. If you're not already subbed, I can tell you, man, right now Joe's winning, bro. Who was Ring Magazine's Fighter of the Decade in the 80s? This is not an easy choice, man, because any one of these cats could definitely be considered for that honor. But it was by Ring Magazine. Randy Gordon, I believe, was with him at the time. And it was, of course, the standout fighter of the 80s, Sugar Ray Leonard, the drunk Irishman, snuck in there and got one on Joe. Joe must have went out to grab a beer or something. I don't even see his name up there. But yeah, baby, Sugar Ray, man. Sugar Ray was a fighter of the decade, fighter of the 80s. Let's get to our next question. Who did Sugar Ray Leonard defeat to win the WBC light heavyweight and WBC super middleweight title in 1988? 1, was it Thomas Hearns? 2, Roberto Duran? 3, was it Marvin Hagler? Or 4, was it Donnie Lalonde? Get your votes in there. And I appreciate all you cats in here playing this game tonight, man. I'm going to do one in the middle of the week. Make sure you're subbed and keep your notification on. I'm going to do professional wrestling. And hey, man, I can come back and do 70s boxing next week, man. Let's see who won this one. Who got this question right? I think you all did. Excuse me. Usually goes twice. And one of those out of there. And back to the game here. And it was Donnie Lalonde. 100% you got that. The drunk Irishman sliding in there. Question 39. And then here we go, man. Another 10 seconds. I got the, see, whenever I do that, I get them sneezes. What's in me leaves me. So that nicotine is different. Nicotine stays with you, can cause cancer. Weed, you can hack it right up and it's gone. Which one of these was not a world champion during the 80s? Was it Santos Lacar? Was it Rafael Arano? Was it Peter Mathabula? Or was it Antonio Martin Santiago? Which fighter was not a world champion in the 80s? Bless you too, D1, man. Appreciate it. And Lord knows we do need it for that sneeze, man. Thank you both. Which one of these cats was? See, this is a hard one right here. This was one that the old gas man had to really fucking do some boxing, go through boxing rec and remember names. And was he a titleist? I'm not sure. No, he wasn't. Okay, boom, here we go. How many of you got this one right? I see a few. This is going to be spread out all over the place again. If you read Ring Magazine, you always these cats are in there all the time. But anyway, it was Antonio Martin Santiago. He was not a world champ. The other cats were Peter Mathabula from South Africa, Peter, and Rafael Arano. I mean, this is what I did back in the 80s. I bought Ring, I bought KO, I bought Boxing Illustrated. I didn't have talk shows to go to. I didn't have the internet. I sat home and read the mags. Which boxer did Mike Tillis defeat to become an undisputed heavyweight champion in 1987? This is an undisputed heavyweight champion. Was it 1, was it Tony Tucker? 2, was it Larry Holmes? 3, was it Evander Holyfield? Or 4, was it Buster Douglas? Didn't I put Michael Spinks on there? Oh well. 5 for Michael Spinks. But anyway, who did he become an undisputed? And this is in a 3-belt era. Who did he win that 3rd title from in Don King's unbelievable heavyweight tournament? I wish they would do more of those, man. That was such a great thing. Every month, like almost weekend, it'd be a heavyweight championship fight on. And they all did it till they fought each other. Man, great stuff. Great stuff from my point of view anyway. But Mike Tyson, he survived this tournament. And at the end, man, the last fight was Mike Tyson and Tony Tucker. Tony Tucker was the IBF champion. Mike Tyson had the WBA and WBC, and he 12-round decision. Tony Tucker did pretty well earlier in the fight, but just Tyson's persistence, his power, his pressure was too much for Tony Tucker. He resorted to grabbing, and Tyson won a unanimous decision. But there it is, man. 63%. The drunk Irishman Pulling in over here, bro. Pulling over here. When Bobby Chacon defeated Bazooka Lamone in 1982 for the WBC Super Featherweight title, how many times did they fight? 1 for 4, 2 for 3, 3 for 2, and 4 for 1. Uno, cuatro, taicos. How many times did they fight? And these two, man, they're probably still fighting up there. Get your answer in, man. El Harvey, Joe, the drunk Irishman. I'm surprised you didn't get that one, Carlos. The answer is 4, and Joe got that one. I'm surprised, man. I hope that wasn't the answer wasn't misconstrued. That was their 4th meeting, their 4th and finest, some say. I remember that fight like it was yesterday too, man. December. I don't remember the date. It was just before Christmas, 1982. The fucking snow was blasting. And the answer, of course, man, Joe got that one right. Did you guys understand the question, man? Did you think it was? Anyway, let's get on to the next one. What was the first match in Don King's Heavyweight Championship World Series fight on HBO? This was this was what we were just talking about. Was it 1? Was it Trevor Berbick versus Pinklin Thomas? 2, was it Tony Tucker versus James Buster Douglas? 3, was it Tim Witherspoon and Frank Bruno? Or 4, was it Larry Holmes, Michael Spinks 2? This was Don King's amazing heavyweight tournament where, talking to Tim Witherspoon, the man never made $1 million. 2-time heavyweight champ of the world in the 80s, never had $1 million payday. Isn't that like mind-blowing? But anyway, man, what was that first fight in this series? We got some good guesses out there, or we got some people that actually saw it, because man, I had to look it up. I didn't know it. I thought of the question and I had to go look up the answer. And when I saw it, I said, "Oh yeah, I remember that now." But anyway, man, you guys you're the brains out there, man. I'm just the host, the hostess with the mostest. And Joe got that one right, man. Joe, did you guess that, or did you know that one? Because I would have guessed. I don't know what I would have guessed, but anyway, man. Once again, Joe's just blowing this away. He's just killing you cats out there, man. Joe is definitely up there with Scrapbook. He's up there with the boxing librarian. Joe's almost scary. I don't even know if he's a person. He might just be a artificial intelligence, man. Who did Michael Spinks beat to become the undisputed light heavyweight champion in 1983? 1 for Victor Galindez, 2 for Matthew Saad Muhammad, 3 for Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, or 4 for Dwight Braxton. This was for the undisputed light heavyweight championship. And this is Michael Spinks in 1983. The rematch didn't happen because of weight issues. We talked with the scale. Michael Spinks would not give in to the scale. The challenger came in too heavy. Michael Spinks wouldn't give him a catch weight, wouldn't take the money, just sat back and said nope. Michael Spinks moved on. And that fighter was formerly known as Eddie Gregory. Number 3, if you got that one, man, that was Eddie Mustafa Muhammad. Yeah, Joe definitely knows his shit, bro. Like I said, I'm not even sure he's a person. And 86 got this one. Nah, Joe didn't get this one, bro. Joe said Dwight Braxton, who became Dwight Muhammad Kwawi. So I might have fucked this one up here, but bear with me. It was Eddie Mustafa Muhammad. Dwight Braxton became Dwight Muhammad Kwawi. There we go. You were right, man. 86, good for you, bro. Who did Marvin Hagler defeat to become the undisputed middleweight champion? 1, was it Thomas Hearns? This one's up again too, man. I'm so sorry about this, man. This thing must be repeating itself. It's got something doing this, but anyway, man. See how fast you are. Catch the score up. I can't skip the question. We still got 6 more. Let's hope some of the good ones come up here, because I did have some some good ones in here. But Joe, man, Joe's like blowing us all away with his knowledge. Let's get the next question, man. We all know this was Alan Minter. See, I don't know if this program, I do like 20 questions at a time. I don't know if it repeats them when I go for another 20 more. I got to talk to my G and find out what's going on here. No, Braxton got his. Braxton beat Dwight Muhammad Kwawi, who was Dwight Braxton. He's the one who beat Saad Mohammed, and he got beat by Michael Spinks. But anyway, man, this is Alan Minter is on this one. We can talk about those light heavyweights, but I got to pay attention to this. We're getting ready to the close here. Okay, what was the fight between Ken Norton and Randall? What in the fuck? This is supposed to be Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes versus Randall Tex Cobb. Was it cause the refs and cornermen to wear gloves? Was it to make Howard Cosell stop calling professional boxing? Was it fights being shortened to 15 to 12 rounds? Or was it Howard Cosell getting his toupee knocked off? This was Larry Holmes and Tex Cobb. Forgive that typo on my behalf, on my part, but just change Ken Norton to Larry Holmes. You're all getting fairly right answers there. This fight was famous for that. It was a total mismatch. Larry Holmes just beat the shit out of Tex Cobb, who took it and even wanted more when the fight was over. And Howard Cosell said, "That's it. If they're gonna give me stuff like this, I'm not gonna call any more professional boxing. I have retired." And it was making Howard Cosell stop calling professional boxing. That's what this fight is known for. And Randy Tex Cobb takes pride in that. That's what his contribution to boxing. He brags about it. Crazy stuff. What was Mike Tyson's last professional boxing match? 1, was it Lennox Lewis? 2, was it Kevin McBride? 3, was it Danny Williams? Or 4, was it Clifford Atene? Here we go. Big Joe, man. The Irishman and Joe, man. Two of them Irish cats out here, bro. They must be drinking that green beer or smoking that green herb. But the answer to this one is Kevin McBride, and he stopped Mike Tyson too. It was a sad sight to see. You know, Tyson he said you could tell his heart wasn't in it. He just did it to make the money, and he went bankrupt after the fight too. He lost all his money. Crazy stuff, but Kevin McBride, Drunk Irishman and Joe, 100% on that one. I don't know. Nobody else is playing anymore. You guys gave up? I guess so. I guess you got Joe. I'm telling you, man. I'm going to shut you off in these contests. We're gonna have to make sure we get all the shoppies. I sent Blood a text, told him to come down here. He asked me the other night if I was going to do my next trivia. I said yeah tonight, but he didn't make it. Yeah, Jake Paul's a legit fight. It's coming up, man. But this was his last fight, not his coming fight. In 1986, Barry McGuigan retained his featherweight title with a KO of Daniel Cabrera. He loved to fight in Europe, not in the U.S. Where did this fight take place? 1 for London, 2 for Dublin, 3 for County Cork, or 4 for Belfast? Man, I'll tell you, I got the Irishman out there. I'm going to get this one. And Barry McGuigan, he ended up losing his title in the United States. But this was Dublin. I think Dublin, maybe Belfast, I don't know. But I know it was in Ireland. I'm pretty sure Dublin. I'd press number 2 if I were you. And I don't know. I don't have the answers in front of me. Spinning around, yes, Dublin. You can box record, it'll tell you the arena and everything. But this was another difficult one. El Harvey, smart man out there. Joe gave it his best. And the drunk Irishman, I don't even see him on the board there. Yeah, he followed Joe. I'm sorry. There you are, Drunko. I see you right behind Joe. And here we go for our next question, man. We're coming down. This is question number 49. Sugar Ray Leonard made some crazy demands in his fight with Marvin Hagler. What was not on the list? The fight must be 12 rounds, not 15. 2, the ring must be 21 feet. 3, Hagler could weigh no more than 156 pounds. Or 4, all 3. The crazy demands that Sugar Ray Leonard made to get his fight with Marvin Hagler. See, this is another one where the results aren't all over the place. 3 of these are what are the demands that he made, and one of them is, it says all 3. But anyway, he didn't want to come in at no catch weight. Hagler came in at 160. So there's your answer right there, man. Your answer is number 3. And as the program is computating that, El Harvey. A couple of cats said all 3. Ring must be under 21. Yeah, see, that was a stipulation. And the fight must be 12 rounds, not 15, which most of them were 12 rounds anyway at the time. But anyway, man, it was that catch weight that was not in the demands. Evander Holyfield became the first member of the '84 Olympic team to win a world title. Who did he win it from? 1, was it Ricky Parkey? 2, was it Ozzy Akazo? 3, was it Dwight Mohamed Kwawi? Or 4, was it Carlos De Leon? And this was an awesome fight too, man. They had a rematch. It was like the fight of the year. The rematch was not the fight of the year, but man, these two, that first fight, I didn't think Holyfield was going to win a title. I didn't think he was going to become the first champion. But anyway, the answer is, man, it was Dwight Mohamed Kwawi. We're computating that right now, and let's see how many of you got that right answer. $50% said Kwawi. Joe once again got one. So now that was 50 questions. I think I have one more question on here for a bonus question. Let's check and see if that comes up. Or is it going to say game over? I'm not sure. We'll see. Next question. And yeah, let's see here, man. One more question. Tim Witherspoon. Hey, I had to put one in with my buddy Tim. Tim won 2 world heavyweight titles in the 80s. Who did he defeat? 1, was it Pinklin Thomas and Frank Bruno? 2, was it Greg Page and Tony Tubbs? 3, was it Buster Douglas and Frank Bruno? Or 4, was it Bone Crusher Smith and Larry Holmes? Tim Witherspoon, 2-time heavyweight champion. And who was the 86, my brother? Nah, bro. It's all fun and games here. Joe's the man. Joe's just too much, bro. You watch. Joe's gonna win this one too, man. Joe's like he'd probably get this one before Tim would himself. So that's getting right, computating this answer. And if Joe said number 2, man, I'm gonna say number 2 also. But this was one. See, I wanted to put this one up in there, but I already did 50 of them. So I said, let's just do it anyway, man. Let's see here, man. 84% got that one right. And now we will we'll see who the winner is here, man. I'm gonna see myself before I start that. Close, but really no question about it, man. Once again, our boy Joe. Came in out of Ireland, out of wherever he lives in Ireland. But look at the man. You know, it was close, but he kind of blew away at the end, man. You know, Joe he just keeps chugging along with those fast fingers and that knowledgeable mind of his. Amazing stuff there. So Joe, what's your Cash App, Joe? You got $25, bro. You are the absolute winner here, man. Great fun for sure, man. De Niro, he won last time. He got third place on this time. The Drunk Irishman, another former winner. He took second place on this one. And Joe's won too also, man. This is Joe's second one. Thank you, cats, for enjoying it as much as I did, because this is fun, man. You know, and the more I get into it, the more I see the participation. I will absolutely think of some harder ones. You know, ones like you know, a lot harder ones. Ones that you'd have to be a real boxing fan to know the answers of. So we gotta keep Mad Dog Joe from just creeping up and taking everything. So Joe, put your Cash App right in the chat, and I'll send that to you right now, bro. If possible, send that 25 to Iran Barkley. It's his birthday in the next couple of days. All right, man. I'll see what I can do, Joe. I'll let you know, man. I'll let you know if I can do it, and I'll do my best. I have Iran's number, and I don't even know if he's got a Cash App. We'll see though. I'll try my best, and I'm pretty sure I can do it now. And I'll see if I can get an autographed picture for you by doing that, man. You never know, man. These guys appreciate that, and man, you know, it's something that they do, and they don't think there's a lot of value in it, and it's just so cool to have it, bro. But I'll see what I can do. Did my music stop playing, man? That's not cool. Yeah, it did. See, do we want to continue? Yeah, we do. That was better before. Let me see what it was. Yeah. There we go. That's a little more my style. Even though it's copyright free stuff you can play on here, it's not too bad. McSmith got 2 questions right. Yeah, we gotta actually take a look at some of those you know, we shout out all the leaderboards on here. We got Joe, man. Joe the man with 43 correct answers. The Drunk Irishman with 41. You guys were neck and neck, man. It's fun doing it, and you know, it shows we have educated people out here. You know, because we're looking at 50 questions, and both of you cats got 41 out of 50, man. That's in the high 80%. De Niro 35, bro. 70% right answers. Patrick 28 correct, man. That's respectable, brother. El Harvey, man. I saw El Harvey getting a lot of right answers in there, man. Strong number 5. DJ's won boxing place number 6 with 18. 86, he came in late and he got 14 correct, bro. Bernard Burton, 8. Good showing, my brother. Al Booger, my man. And yeah, man, you guys are Boxing Dialogue. I appreciate that, man. Jay Ruse, my bro. LaRon on the board, man. McSmith got a couple of right answers, man. Traveling Fools. Hey, you stop in, you show support. You know, you keep the participation thing going. I appreciate it. For sure, Patrick. I agree with you 100% on that. You know, it's a different world with different game we're playing over here. Let me get this stuff off the board here and straighten this out if I can. Oh, I didn't even use my sound effects either, man. I got my sound effects thing going. There we go. Put everything in the back. Get back to the reality over here. And the wrestling one, man, you know, see, I hate this plan and schedule things because sometimes I just don't feel like doing them, but I'm definitely going to do a wrestling one this week because I love doing these. I have the ability to do them, and I have a vast brain for professional wrestling. I go back to the 70s. I used to go to the Boston Garden. I used to watch matches all the time when I was in college during the early 70s. And after that, I used to go to the Providence Civic Center. And all the little places that had them, all the little independent shows that were around. I got to know wrestlers. When I had my nutritional business, I had wrestlers that would just come in and buy supplements off me. They'd have me diet them. It was the fitness world. It really has no boundaries. You're dealing with athletes from all different sports and all different games. Carlos, I appreciate that, bro. It definitely keeps the brain sharp, and you're gonna find out the older you get, that's the strongest muscle you have to work on. You know, it really is, because if you don't have that brain going upstairs, nothing else is going to respond. If you got the sharp brain, then you're going to know enough to eat the right things, to get the proper exercise, to stay away from the things that are bad for your body. If you ain't got that brain, you just don't fucking. No, I watched it when I was a kid. Yeah, Ronnie Robinson and I can't even think of the names, man. The broads. Yeah, I used to watch roller derby. It was on after wrestling, Saturday morning. So roller derby was Sugar Ray Robinson's son. I'll never forget that. I think his name was Ronnie Robinson. They all had the names, and yeah, it was wild, roller derby, and they used to come around to the auditoriums and stuff. But I was never a fan. Somebody I know went to see a live one, and they told me it was like wrestling. He said it's fake, dude. He says they're throwing fake punches, and that was it. And I just never got into roller derby to follow it like that, but fun to watch, absolutely, man, absolutely. And just fun doing what we're doing here, man. Combat sports in general, but professional wrestling, man, I got a lot of shit to share with that, and we could do a good trivia with that. We could sit around and get the questions going. Tomorrow night, though, bro, don't forget to stop over here. I'm gonna open up. I think I put 7:30 on, 7:30 or 8 o'clock. Let me take a quick look at my home page, so I can see what time I'm going on tomorrow. Upcoming 7:30 tomorrow evening. Make sure you come on over here, man. Carlos, bro, God bless my man. Thank you so much for coming in here. I appreciate it. And everybody else that came in here too, man. I was on for, I can't even tell how long I've been on, because I don't have it's not StreamYard. See, I don't have the Curtis Anderson picture I usually have up in the corner to give us the guiding light and the spirit of boxing in here. And I don't have my thing underneath where I'm begging for money. And I don't have the banners on the side. The Toka 2 is always down below. Now it says Logi on there, which is the camera. Which is, I don't know. I gotta figure out the way how to run this thing a little more professionally. Because see, I even had this thing that I can use in here that I found that it's like when somebody wins, it's like, and the winner tonight it's between Carlos Mendoza and Joe, and the winner is out of Ireland. The winner is. Hey, I got that sound effect in there too. I figure I can use that to keep things going, but I always forget about them. But anyway, man, Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. say happy birthday today to Henry Cooper, to Jose Torres, to Carlos De Leon, and to the great man, the great Sugar Ray Robinson, born on this day. This is Bruce Gass, Boxing, Jazz, and More. Enjoying the strawberry shortcake on the vape pen. Tomorrow night we're gonna have an interesting night of boxing, man. The night before Cinco de Mayo, we're gonna see if Canelo Alvarez still has it. From what I'm looking at right now, I just think he's gonna be too much experience, too much aggression for Jaime Munguia. But anything can happen in boxing, man. Anything can happen. You never know, man. Youth always conquers all. So you never know if Canelo is just a split second slower, if he just doesn't have that same drive that he's had famously. Anything can happen. You know, I think Munguia is going to get stopped in the later rounds. But then again, I'm always wrong, so don't listen to what I'm saying. Just come down and enjoy the fight with me tomorrow night. I appreciate that, man. Aside from that, great show. Thank you all for coming in, man. Joe won this one. We're going to try to get that 25 out to Ivan the Blade Barkley. And I think it can be arranged, man. I'll call up some of the cats tomorrow, and I'll call the Blade first. And I'll see if, I hate to call the guy at this time, you know. I haven't talked to him in a year. In fact, I think the last time was when I texted him on his birthday, and he called me back and said thank you. We talked for about a half hour. But, we'll see, man. But shout out to Tim, man. Thank you much for doing that. Joe, peace to you too, my brother. 86. Check out 86 on a Sunday afternoon, man. Him and the Boz do interesting things on there. They talk some good boxing, good historical fighting, man. So shout out to my brother 86. And plus he's a computer whiz too, man. He can put together animated programs and great shorts out there, man. Just a very, very talented and knowledgeable guy. It's an honor to know the cat, man. So all of you guys, man. Patrick, thank you so much for spending some time in here, man. El Harvey, 86 Boxing, De Niro, the Drunk Irishman, of course, man. You know, we have a small crew, but it's very knowledgeable and highly respected in the boxing game. And everybody else that came in here earlier, thank you much for coming in here. Bruce Gass, Boxing, Jazz, and More.